Okay, Lars, now you have had two games in February against Japan and Montenegro, and now you're heading for two very difficult matches against France and Sweden. How important are they?
Yes, always they are very important. I mean, every friendly you can get with the national team is very, very important because, especially for me as a newcomer too, of course, but you can work with the players, you can try to organize the way you are playing, so every game you can get is very important. And you can always discuss how tough opponents you should play, but in my opinion now, when we're restarting and going into a qualification in September, I think it's the best thing to test against really good opponents, and now we have the chance.
Well, the situation of the FIFA list has been much of a debate here. Isn't that a big chance of playing two such great nations as France and Sweden at this time?
I can of course understand that fans are disappointed that Iceland is very low on the FIFA ranking, but the importance of the FIFA ranking for me is when it comes to the next qualification. Then they see it after the FIFA ranking. So then it's really important. Of course, I have respect for that. You should be much higher as an Icelandic national team, but I hope they have some patience so we can start winning matches. So we slowly go up, and I think in 2 years' time Iceland will be much higher.
How do you evaluate the group or the team as of today based on these first two games?
Yeah, I was rather satisfied in many ways with the way we were playing against Japan and Montenegro. I mean, firstly we split up the squad into two. I could see 34 players, and that was very important for me. I think if you look more general on the way we wanted them to play, I think they did really well with only a few training sessions and a couple of team meetings. We did some mistakes and we have some problems in some parts of the game, but in general it was a very good attitude. Everybody, didn't matter if it was Gylfi or Kari or whoever, they really worked hard and had a good attitude, and starting with that you have something to build on, and as I said, many parts of the game was rather good, I think.
Mm-hmm. How do you think the players have reacted to the formation? You were playing 4-4-2 and you indicated in one of your first meetings that you would stick to that system.
Yeah, that's the plan anyway. I mean, you can't say that you will stick to it forever. If it's not working, you have to change. And I mean, it's important also that the players believe in the way you want them to play. But I think they were rather positive when we talked to them, and as I said, I think it was a lot of positive things with the way we were playing. You can always play 4-4-2, but you can do it a little bit differently, depending on how you're used to let the strikers, for instance, work, or if you choose different types of strikers. I mean, when we played Montenegro, we had Gylfi as a striker, and you can have him also, in my opinion, as a midfielder and have another type of striker there. So it's important what kind of formation you have, but you can use them in different ways.
Mm-hmm. A few words on the selection this time. Was it difficult, and are you looking for something specific?
No, I can't say it was especially difficult. I mean, it was rather easy. All my experience from picking national teams is the first 15 players is very easy to pick, because I think it doesn't matter if you're in Nigeria, Sweden or Iceland. It's a group of players that are really maybe a little bit better than the others. Then you're looking always for different types, because you want to have, if you look upon, for instance, strikers, you would like to have maybe a player like Kolbeinn or Gylfi, but also a player like Eyjolfur Edensson that we picked now, or instead of Gunnar. They are about the same types but different from them. And it's the same in midfield. I think it's good to have a little bit of different types, because then you can stick to the basic system, but you can change the balance in the team to be more offensive or more defensive, depending on how good your opponent is or the way you're playing yourself. So that's what you think and what you're doing, I think, when you pick a team. But then when it always comes to the last places in a squad, it's always many players that are about the same. So it's most difficult to pick the last ones, I think.
Your selection, what about the older players? Your predecessors have at times been criticized for picking the same players over and over again, but you seem to be sending out this message that everybody has a chance.
Yeah, of course they have. I mean, we always try to look for the best players, what we think are the best for the team. So if you look upon, I mean, this is a really young squad. If you compare with other national teams, And it's also, if you look upon number of matches they play in the national team, they are an unexperienced team. But at the same time, they are young, and I mean, if you look upon players like Gylf and Kolbein, they have a lot of experience. But the older guys that haven't been picked so far, I mean, you have Reidarsson and others still playing. I mean, if they're playing well, and some of these guys is not doing as well as I hope, they will be in the squad when we come to the September or August games. So if they're doing well, we think they are better than any of these, they will be in the squad. So the door is always open for good footballers, as long as they have an Icelandic passport.
That's great. Thank you.